G'day guys, welcome back. I know it's not Christmas, I know, but when I did these coasters or baubles before Christmas, they were so popular. Now I have, and I said to you, I'm going to get the set of 4 in. So I have got some, they're in my store. It's a limited amount. So if you want to grab one for maybe Christmas in July or Christmas 2023, I know it's a mile away, but you can grab one. So anyway, there we go. All right, so what I thought I would do with these ones, and I've done a little practice one there. I'm going to use the Let's Resin holographic glitter. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am in love with these glitters. These are like my favorite find. I just love them. Comes in a pack of 6. There's a black, a silver, a pink, a gold, a purple, and like a tealy blue color. The link to Let's Resin is also down in the description. If you use that link anywhere in the store, you get 10% off. All right, that's all out of the way. Now, as you can see, I have just dusted this lower part. Can you see that it's actually lower down there? That's the lowest section. I've dusted that with the teal, aqua blue. It's called aqua blue, it's not teal at all. All right, so I've done that one just to see what it was, if it would work, and I think it would. So we'll get going. I'm just using my little brush here. I'm not too concerned if I get a bit of overspray, because you know you tend to get a little bit of overspray with this. It's a powder and it kind of flies everywhere, but use a small brush and just, you know, do the best you can, trying to keep it in that little line. When I did the previous one, I just filled it up with white, but I thought I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to try and go for like a sunset, kind of like a sunsetty look. So I've got my purple here as well in my holographic glitter. So what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you what I'm doing as I'm going through with this, I'm going to finish doing this in the aqua blue or teal or whatever it's called. And then I'm going to mix up my resin just a little bit, and I'm going to put some white pigment paste in the resin, and then I'm going to pour in there into the little deer, into the stars, and around the outside. And then once that has set, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do something with the blue and the purple together. So I'll talk to you about that later. Now these ones have all got the lower ring. This one's a bit different. It hasn't got the lower ring. It's just got this one lower section in there. So I'm just going to dust that one in there as well. And I'll just do in there. Now they do all have these little nibs here, so that you can hang them on your Christmas tree, decoration, keychain, whatever you want to do. But I think if you want to use them as coasters, we'll see what we can do once we're finished. Once I finish the video and unmolded, I'll show you my idea, and we'll see if it works, okay, to turn these into coasters, because I just love them as coasters. I may even try to make myself a set of coasters molds like this. We'll see. I don't know if I can. I'm not a professional mold maker by any means, but I do enjoy the challenge of doing these. All right, so that's that done. Give it a bit of a tap. Now, if you've got a lot of overspray, like see over there, there's quite a bit there. You can get your baby wipe. I'm not sure if a piece of tape would get it off. Not sure. I could try. Oh yeah, look at that. That works. That works. So, but look, that's not going to matter, because this top bit here is going to have some glitter on it anyway. So it's more It's more in here where the tree, there's a Christmas trees or pine trees. There's stars, there's stags or deer. There's a snowman and a tree. There's a tree and another stag and a little baby fawn there. So up to you how much, I guess, you want to get off before you pour your next layer. So anyway, I'm gonna go and get my white resin organized, and then we'll be back. I'm so excited about this. I love Christmas. I'd have Christmas every month of the year. Right, so I have some clear resin which I have put white pigment paste into, and giving it a good stir. Now I am going to just use my little paper cup. I'm going to put half in, or half fill the cup, and then I can more easily pour. So I get my little stick organized. This used to have, you know, like a little micro brush, had like a cotton bud thing on the end. Once you've used it, you can pull it off and then you can still use it. It's not as sharp as a toothpick, so it's good to use. All right, so now just pour in. This is the Platinum 360 Plus. I was debating whether to use my Platinum Ultra Clear because it's much thinner, but it takes longer to set up, and I like doing projects that I can actually finish, you know, in a day. So you can see now where the lower sections are, and in here. So I'll just pour a little bit in and then let, oh, that dripped in there, that's okay. And then hopefully let the resin, you know, find its own way, because I need it to go into all those little nooks and crannies. And in there, hopefully it will all just sort of find its own way in. Otherwise I'll have to come along and use my little tool there to push it all in, but I'll continue and then I can come back and push the resin in if it hasn't gone into all the little areas it needs to go into. All right, here we go. So I did get my little baby wipe, and I just wiped down the outside of each of these, you know, around the blue, just trying to get as much off the side of the mold as possible. So I just went, you know, in here, just wiped in there with my little baby wipe. It's probably still a little bit of dust or powder on the side of the mold, but unless you want to spend a lot of time doing it, cleaning it, I'll be happy with how it turns out, I think. All right, a little bit more. You could use, if you really wanted to, you could grab one of those needle nose little bottles and use that to fill in all your little areas. But I think I'll be okay, just the way I thought about doing it. I think it'll be fine. Hopefully I've got enough white. All right, this is the last of my white. I'll scrape it all out. As long as you've got a covering of the white in there, like on your deer and your trees and things, you don't have to fill it all up, because when you do your top coat, you're not going to see, you know, the bottom. So as long as you've got some white in there, it'll be fine. So yeah, you don't have to worry about having it totally full. You'll see what I mean later. Clean up my mess. All right, here we go. This is all I've got left, so hopefully it's enough. So the area that I'm filling in now, you don't have to have that really deep. You just have to have a covering of it. Now I just have to be careful with this one, because I make sure that the white gets in to all those little areas. If you, this is what I did last time, if you squeeze too much, you dislodge the powder. If you've used a powder or a glitter or whatever, if you squeeze those, like to get the bubbles out and to get your resin to come in, you'll dislodge those and then you'll see blobs of white instead of seeing your color. So I learned that the hard way. I did that last time. So we'll just try not to this time. But yeah, a thinner resin would be best because, you know, it flows easier. I'm just going to drop it rather. Drop it. And hopefully that will go where it needs to go. This one's got a little bit more detail in it, a bit more intricate. So, but this is where like a thin resin would do really well. I mean, the 360 is thin, but it's not as thin as some of my other resins that I have. Just got to be careful of bubbles too in these little tiny areas. But it doesn't, like if you pour over the top like that, that's fine because you can just wipe over the top later. Now once the resin's gone in, you can just get your baby wipe and you can just wipe over the top. So don't worry too much if, you know, you think, oh my God, I've spilled over the top. It'll be fine. It will be fine. So don't stress. Just got to try and get it into all the little stars there. And I will have to come in and just use my little tool to make sure that the white resin has gone into all those little areas. It's not a difficult thing to do, just, you know, just takes a little bit of patience, that's all. Just to fill in all the little nooks and crannies. And I think I'm going to have enough, you guys. Look, I think I'm going to have enough. Yay. I'm not sure exactly how much I've used because I made up some resin and I had to use it for something else, just a little tiny bit for something else. So not exactly sure how much I've used, but maybe half a cup. About half a cup, I'd say, to do this first layer. And then, as you can see, I'm just pushing the resin in into all the little areas there. If you had a really thin resin, it would just flow in by itself. But my 360, it sets up pretty quickly. It starts to thicken pretty quickly, which is good because I can unmold something on the same day. But when you're doing really intricate little things like this, it's nice to have a thinner resin. Anyway, I won't bore you with me doing all of this. I'm just going to go and push all the resin into all those little areas. And then basically that's all we do for now. I think that's done. That's done. Okay, so let's just give it a quick bang. Hopefully encourage the resin to go into any of the little areas, and also if there's bubbles, let them come up to the surface. All right, so that's done. Now I'm just going to get my little bit of a baby wipe here, my little baby wipe, and you can just wipe over the top of your mold. Just got to be careful not to take the resin out that you've just put in, but you can just wipe over the top like that. Because you don't want any white left on this area here, because we're going to be putting a darker color on there to make the white really pop. So you don't want white on there, so just wipe it off with your little baby wipe. Or you can use one of these. It's got the little cotton bud on it. You could just spray some alcohol on that and then just use that to tidy up as well. Because sometimes when you use a baby wipe, you might be wiping the white right out. But bigger areas, like that little blob there, you can wipe that out. Clean up your mold. All right, that's it. I'll be able to do the next layer, I would say, in about 3 hours. So I'll continue just cleaning this up. And I will see you in about 3 hours, and I'll tell you what we're going to do next, okay? Righto, so it's been a few hours. I've mixed up some more resin. I did 100 grams of A and 43 grams of B of the Platinum 360. And I'm going to put, instead of dusting the top there, so I just wanted it to be a little bit darker. I'm going to try something different. I always do something different. I like to experiment. So aqua blue in one, purple in the other. And I'm also going to add a tiny bit of navy blue pigment powder. This is my favorite navy blue. It's by Art Tree Creations. It's called Deep Azurite. So I'm going to do just a tiny bit. I'm going to start off with a tiny bit because I'm not sure exactly how strong it's going to be. I feel as if that one's got it more. All right, there we go. So that's going to be mixed in there. And then as well, I'm going to do a scoop of blue in that one. And the purple in this one. I may need more. We'll see. We'll see how much. I'm not sure how strong it is. Oh, look, I've spilt. Oh, dear. So it still looks transparent. So I might need some more of the navy. But I'm just a bit unsure about it. Like if I make it too opaque, then you know, it'll be really dark. But I do want it to look like sky. I don't want it to look like, you know, you can just see straight through it. So add a little bit more. Because I don't know if I want it to be like, you know, transparent. I'm not sure. I just had this idea to do this. Really wasn't sure what I was doing. Another scoop of that. I think that'll be enough. Put that away. Let's move over to this one and stir, stir, stir. And yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to work, what it's going to be like. But yeah, I just thought I'd just try something new. Okay, so that's got a gorgeous purpley shade to it, and another scoop of this one. So they've each had 2 scoops. I don't think I'll put any more in. It's like gold, that stuff. I don't want to waste it. All right, stir that in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do like a split pour. I'm going to do blue on the top, purple on the bottom, and we'll just see how that looks. Hey, I can just see some unmixed bits of mica in there. Now, I wonder if I can get that out with a bit of tape. Probably won't notice it, will you? I'm not sure. You might. You can see my white's pretty set now. Actually, no, it's just a bit of powder. Actually, I'll just wipe it. Actually, I'll just get a bit of just a little baby wipe. Just wipe that. Actually, what am I doing? You're not going to even see that. Silly woman. You're only going to see this, the bit that looks clear at the moment. Is the only bit you're going to see. All right, I'm going to leave it like that. So that's enough of that navy. Make sure we've stirred it in properly. Now you don't have to fill these to the top. You know, you just need to have a covering. You don't need to fill them because they're quite deep. All right, are we ready? Hopefully they'll look pretty. Do I need some more blue? Oh gosh. No, let's leave it. I think because it'll be, you know, I don't know, half a centimetre thick. I think it'll be all right. I don't know. All right, we'll try it. We will try it. Okay, so I'll start with this one because it's right in front of me. So I'm going to pour blue at the top, purple on the bottom. Look at that, it worked. All right, next one. Just going to do a little bit on each first just to make sure that I've actually got enough to go around. Make sure everybody gets some. And then I can top up as needed. You know, I'm concentrating when I stop talking. Thinking, concentrating. Oh, gosh. All right, that's pretty much it done. That was fun. Let's see how that works. I'm not going to swirl them or anything. We'll just see what happens. Like the resin's going to move and change and do its own thing that resin does. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully it will look pretty. So around the edge we are going to have that, you know, that pale blue that we put in first. I dusted the edge with the light blue. So that's going to be light. And then we're going to have the white, and then we're going to have this darker kind of sparkly, hopefully, I was going for sunset, but it's not going to be a sunset. It's just going to be, it's going to be a night sky with the, you know, the two colors. I was kind of thinking sunset because of the purple, you know, purple and blue. So clean up here. But I think it's going to be more just a pretty night sky. And hopefully we'll get some of the purple and some of the blue showing through and a bit of that sparkle as well. So there's plenty of room left, you know, if you decided you wanted to do a black top coat, for instance. You know, you could do that. I can actually, can I see through it? Oh, I can see the heart through there because, you know, they weren't totally opaque. I let a little bit of transparency still come through, so we'll just have to see how it turns out. And look, you don't know until you try these things, do you? I don't know if you can actually see the difference in the colors here. It's the blue and the purple. Blue and the purple. See, look how shimmery and sparkly they are. That's what I thought. It would just look like a really twinkling night sky. But yeah, I haven't filled them up all the way. You can see they've still got plenty of room there. So anyway, we'll see how they turned out, hey? I will demold them later on today or tomorrow morning, so wish me luck. Hope they work. See you soon. Right, so it is later on, same day in the evening, and we'll get them out. If you hold them up, oh, you probably can't see, but if you hold them up with the light coming behind them, you can see a silhouette. It's really quite pretty. Maybe, oh, that gives me an idea of doing the deer and the tree and everything in black against a lighter background. So it looks like a silhouette. Anyway, my brain just cannot turn off. I'm constantly thinking about things I can do. All right, let's get this out. I haven't torched at all, so my mold should not stick, because these are you know, they're thinner molds, so you got to be careful. I mean, you have to be careful with all molds, but these ones are thinner. Look at that, it's perfect. All right, I'm going to get them all out. Resin's not 100% set on the top yet, but I'm a bit impatient. You guys know that. So if I had to like dig my nail into it, it would leave a mark. But like the bottom is totally pure, the white, because I did that this morning. And then I waited a few hours and I did the top coat, but it's not 100%. Can you see that? You can see through it? Ooh, I'm super excited to turn it over. Super excited. All right, here we go. Next one. The resin did a little pattern like it always does. It's kind of pulled into the center. So you get, it looks like it's more sparkly in the middle. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right, and the tree. Lucky last little tree. Get him out. It's got to be, take your time. No rush, no rush. There's a couple of little bubbles, but that's going to be on the other side, so hopefully the front will be okay. Those bubbles are on the back. And because, you know, I didn't want to pinch too hard to get the bubbles out. Okay. There's the molds. You can see straight away that this one's different. It has the white border on the edge, whereas these have got the white inset a little bit. All right, which one shall we do first? Let's do the heart. The heart. She says as she picks up the circle. The round one is my favourite. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't really got the effect from the back as I have on the front. But it's still really pretty. I had no idea what to expect. I really didn't have any idea what to expect. There you go. All right, let's have a look at the heart. So I kind of thought it was going to be dark like that. I guess it is, but not as dark. I don't know. There's a much bigger area here, you see, and then there's only a small area in the middle with the other colour. Right, here we go, here we go. There it is. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. There they are. There's those two. So you get the lighter blue there, and then the darker blue in the background with all the speckles and things. If you look really hard, you can see that there's a purple on the bottom and the blue on the top, but you might not be able to see it from where you are. All right, let's have a look at the tree. Oh, yes. Very nice. I actually like how it's got the blue on the outside and then the white on the inside, as opposed to the white on the outside and the blue on the inside. It's reversed. Look at that. I had to go and scrape out more resin from my little cup because I forgot that little bit there had to be covered in. Oh, so cool. But yeah, how about I do black against a light background next, so it does look like a silhouette, like a shadow, hey? That would be cool, wouldn't it? Should we do that? Right, here we go, the heart. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So if you put black against the back, I'll get my little piece of black card. Here it is. All right, so I don't know that you can, because the light is coming from behind. There we go. That's what it looks like with the black behind it. I don't know that you can see a lot of difference. It's nice and sparkly, isn't it? It's really pretty. And then there's that tree with the black behind it. Our star. Now the other thing I did with these, when I did them last time, I coloured in the little dots and things. Can you see that there's little dots and there's a face and things like that on them? What I did was I coloured them in black, and then I think it was just white, black paint, and then I wiped off the excess. So shall we do that again? I've got some black in here that I was using when I was dotting dominoes. We could try that. It might be a bit runny, but I've got it, so we'll try it. So I'll just move these guys out of the way to begin with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually, I need a bit of a brush, don't I? I need a brush. What brush can I use? This one. Something that's a little bit sort of harder, a bit firm. I'm going to brush that black, if we can, into all the little grooves. I don't know if it's all going to go in there. I'll just keep pushing it in with the brush. Oops, there's another little line on his arm. So try and get that. Might need a bit more actually. Whoa! That's better. Don't think the tree's got any effects on it, no. So put quite a decent amount on so that it gets into all those little grooves and little lines and dots and things with your paintbrush. And then we get a dry bit of paper towel, not a wet one. And look! It just wipes it off. So actually that's a dirty. I'll get a clean one. That one had a bit of resin on it from earlier. Clean my hands. All right, so basically just wipe that excess off. You could probably put a little bit of alcohol on your bit of paper towel, because it's just, you're just brushing or wiping over the top, you know. So it's not going to be taking out the black from inside the little grooves. It's just going over the top. There you go. And then wipe it again with the dry one. Get all that excess off. There we go. Like you didn't know that it had all those little details, did you, on the snowman? You didn't know that. So there we go. There's a couple of little areas there that I probably could have put some more in. Needed a little bit more. Hasn't quite gone in because they're not as dark as the other areas. That's okay. You can just add more and really push it in with your brush. Push it in into all those little lines. There we go. Let's try again. Wipe off. Wipe on. Wipe off. Who's seen the Karate Kid? Wipe on, wipe off. There we go. And I'll just do a little bit of alcohol on there and just clean over that surface again. Yeah, it's better, isn't it? Now it's a little bit more dark. And you could choose, I mean, I like to do the black, but you could do whatever colour you like. So there you go, there's that one. Oh gosh, this one, that one actually doesn't have any detail, extra detail. So I won't worry about that one. This one has quite a lot. It's got all these dots on the trees, lines and an eye on the stag there. This one's got some on the little fawn as well. All right, let's do another one. Shall we do another one? Right, I'll just do one more. This thing's annoying me. Get out of the way. Oh. Now you can just fill them like that with your little needle-nosed needle-nosed bottle. Oh gosh. So just fill them up and then you can wipe over them again afterwards, or you can brush over them if you don't think that the colour's gone in. You could do a navy blue, you could do the, you know, a light blue. Obviously I'm doing black and I'm making a mess everywhere. Gosh, can't take me anywhere. Clean that up. All right, let's get the dry piece and just wipe over what we've done. You do need to wait until your resin's nice and set up, otherwise you're going to leave marks on it. But there we go. It's not difficult to do. Just have to put some alcohol on that and just wipe over it again. Just takes a few turns to go over it. Actually, maybe the alcohol's not that good because I think it's kind of picking up the paint. Smearing it. Oh, I forgot the little lines down there. Look, there's 2 lines here. There's one. Get in there. And there. And actually at the bottom there's these little hooves there too. Let's do those. Okay. I guess you could wait until the paint had sort of set up a little bit before you go wiping off, but really I think I'd prefer to get it done now before the paint sets on there for good. It is a bit easier with just a dry cloth. The wet one seems to make it smear a little bit more. But you could wait until the paint's set and then, you know, dried and then do it. That way you won't pick up some that are from the holes and smear it, which I guess it's kind of doing a little bit. The overflow of it is smearing a little bit. Not too bad though. All right, there you go. What do you think? It just really makes them come to life, doesn't it? Love it. All right, I won't bore you with continuing to do it. I've only got this little fawn here to do, and the bigger one's eye, I think there is. And that's basically it. I've missed a little bit in there. I'm going to do a tiny bit more in that little line. Didn't get quite into that little line there. Anyway, I'll do that. I'll finish the fawn. And I'll set them up for a photo shoot for you. So let me know what you think of them. I think they're really pretty, really sweet. But yeah, you could do, maybe I can do, oh, how about like black with like a red glitter background? Would that look nice? Or black with silver? Actually, I've got a holographic, I could use the holographic silver in the background. Oh, so many things you could do. All right, I'm going to finish this. And I've got pizza coming. I've ordered pizza for dinner tonight. So that'll be here shortly. So I'll get a rig along, get this done and go and eat my pizza. And I'll see you guys next time. But I will set them up for a photo shoot for you. All right, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you love these molds as much as I do. And I will put the link for them in the description so that you can grab a set of 4 if you like. All right, thanks again. See you real soon for the next one. Bye for now.